dive into the mysterious world of cryptid animals and weird stories. This program explores the unexplained and the extraordinary and the mostly untrue, uncovering tales and creatures that challenge our understanding of the natural world. Join us on a journey into the unknown here on APATE Epoch News.
In a bizarre turn of events, the head of the legendary entertainment mogul famous for his amusement parks has been discovered in an unexpected place, a bustling sportsbook in New York City. The discovery sent shockwaves through the city and beyond, leaving many questioning how the iconic figure's head ended up in such an unlikely location. The unusual finding took place at the renowned Manhattan Sportsbook, a popular destination for sports enthusiasts and bettors alike. Amidst the buzz of eager patrons placing their bets, a maintenance worker stumbled upon a peculiar object tucked away in a forgotten corner of the establishment. To the astonishment of all present, it was none other than the meticulously preserved head of the House of Mouse himself, adorned with a pair of futuristic-looking headphones. While initial reactions ranged from disbelief to amusement, it soon became apparent that the head was not merely a macabre decoration, but a functional component of the sportsbook's operations. According to insiders, the head had been secretly integrated into the sportsbook's betting system, harnessing its supposed magic to offer uncannily accurate betting picks across various sporting events. Curious patrons quickly flocked to witness the spectacle firsthand, eager to test the validity of the head's prognostications. Many were skeptical at first, dismissing it as a mere gimmick or hoax. However, as the head's predictions consistently yielded impressive results, skepticism gave way to fascination and, in some cases, obsession. One such patron, Mark Johnson, a regular at the sportsbook, recounted his experience with the enigmatic oracle. "I'll admit I was skeptical at first, who wouldn't be? But after seeing the head's picks consistently come through, I decided to give it a shot. Let's just say, I've never made so much money betting on sports in my life. It's like having the ultimate insider knowledge." Indeed, the head's picks seemed to defy conventional logic, often predicting unlikely outcomes with uncanny accuracy. From underdog victories to nail-biting finishes, its predictions garnered widespread attention and admiration, cementing its status as a bona fide sensation in the world of sports betting. As word of the head's remarkable abilities spread, the Manhattan Sportsbook saw a surge in foot traffic, with curious onlookers and seasoned bettors alike clamoring for a chance to consult the mystical oracle. Lines stretched out the door as hopefuls eagerly awaited their turn to receive the head's guidance, each hoping to cash in on its seemingly infallible insights. In the midst of the frenzy, speculation ran rampant regarding the origins of the head and the nature of its otherworldly powers. Some whispered of dark rituals and clandestine dealings, while others speculated that it was merely a stroke of bizarre luck. Yet, amidst the speculation and excitement, one thing remained certain. Mr. D's head had become an unlikely hero in the high-stakes world of sports betting, offering a glimmer of hope and excitement in an otherwise unpredictable landscape. This has been Lawrence Fabricator reporting for APATE Epoch News.
In an unprecedented and curious twist of roles, a gigantic house cat named Whiskers, weighing an astonishing 35 pounds, has become the talk of the town in a small community near Minneapolis. Whiskers, a Maine Coon, has been described by locals as not just owning a home, but owning 27 elderly women who live with him, turning the conventional pet-owner relationship on its head. This unusual story began when Whiskers' owner, 84-year-old Martha Higgins, who was originally his sole caretaker, experienced health issues that made it difficult for her to manage her large home alone. She invited a friend to stay with her for support, and as word spread, more women joined them. Now, Whiskers' sprawling residence is shared with 27 senior women who humorously claim to live under the benevolent rule of their landlord cat. Martha explains, "Whiskers has always been a commanding presence in the house. As more ladies joined us, he just seemed to take charge, and somehow, it feels like he's the one who owns us." The group of women, all in their late 70s and 80s, describe their living arrangement as harmonious and enriched by the companionship of both their fellow residents and Whiskers himself. Dr. Emily Sutton, a psychologist specializing in animal-assisted therapy, has taken an interest in this unique setup. "The dynamic here is fascinating," she notes. It appears that Whiskers provides a central source of comfort and structure for these women. There's a real sense of community and mutual care, but it's centered around the cat. The women spend their days engaging in various group activities such as knitting, reading and watching movies, with Whiskers often sprawled across several laps or strolling from room to room overseeing his domain. The residents maintain the household collectively, preparing meals and managing chores, always considering Whiskers' needs and preferences. Local newspaper reporter Ellen Reed, who has covered Whiskers' story extensively, observes, "This isn't just a group of people living with a pet. They refer to themselves as Whiskers' staff, and they really do treat him as the master of the house. It's all done very affectionately, but it's clear who's in charge." The arrangement has attracted attention from researchers studying the social dynamics between humans and pets, as well as from the media. A documentary filmmaker is currently capturing the day-to-day life in this extraordinary household, and the story has been featured in various national pet and lifestyle magazines. Despite the peculiar setup, the benefits for the women are palpable. They report feeling less lonely and more active, fostering a sense of purpose in their care for Whiskers and each other. As Martha puts it, "Living here, it's about sharing our lives with Whiskers and each other. He may be our owner, but really, he's just one of us." Reporting for APATE Epoch News, I'm Karen McKeetup.
Humans. This unprecedented event has triggered global health and technological emergency responses as experts scramble to understand the mechanics of this cross-species transmission. The virus, initially identified in a routine cybersecurity sweep, was found exploiting a previously unknown vulnerability in widely used biometric devices. These devices, common in everyday gadgets such as smartphones and smartwatches, are designed to collect personal health data. According to Dr. Lena Ortiz, a cybersecurity expert at the Technological Institute of Cybernetics, it appears the virus could replicate a biological pattern through data manipulation, which was then inadvertently integrated into the user's physiological processes via these biometric systems. The symptoms of the infection mimic a severe flu, with patients reporting extreme fatigue, fever and muscle aches. However, the most disturbing aspect has been the rapid onset of neurological symptoms, such as confusion and hallucinations, suggesting a profound interaction between the digital infection and neural pathways. Dr. Harry Chen, a virologist collaborating with global health authorities, suggested a possible mechanism. The virus may be using the biometric data as a blueprint to disrupt cellular functions. This is akin to how some biological viruses hijack cellular machinery to reproduce, but in this case it's interfacing directly with the host's biological systems. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, and the World Health Organization, WHO, are monitoring the situation closely. They have issued interim guidelines for the public, emphasizing the importance of updating biometric device software and avoiding use of unsecured digital devices. Theories abound on how a digital virus could make such a leap. Some scientists speculate about an AI-driven evolution, where the virus developed the capability to interpret biological data as part of its propagation strategy. Dr. Emily Takahashi, a researcher in artificial intelligence at the University of California, Berkeley, proposes that the virus might have developed a form of machine learning algorithm that allows it to adapt and optimize its code, accidentally discovering a method to interact with biological systems. While these theories provide some insight, the scientific community remains in shock. "We've seen speculative fiction about scenarios like this, but nobody expected it to become a reality," said Dr. Ortiz. As the investigation continues, the focus is on containment and understanding the mutation of digital code into a biological pathogen. The possibility has been raised that this could lead to new forms of biological threats, necessitating a re-evaluation of digital device security, particularly those linked to health monitoring. Public health officials are working with cybersecurity teams to develop new safety protocols for digital and biometric devices to prevent further spread. Meanwhile, the medical community is also racing to develop a treatment for those affected, focusing on antiviral drugs that can target both the digital and biological components of the virus. Reporting for APATE Epoch News, this has been XVR.
Of course, the stories you have just heard are not true, or maybe somewhere they are. We will leave that up to you. I've been John Dolis. Thank you for watching and good night.